What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs. So if you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, drop any questions if you have any. So let's get started. Basically, Roth IRAs and traditional IRAs are retirement accounts, tax advantage retirement accounts, with the major difference between them being when you pay the taxes. So a Roth IRA, you pay the taxes on the money now, and then later when you take it out, when you retire after 59 and a half, you don't have to pay taxes on that money, nor the profits that you made on investing that money, which is what people usually do with that money. And a traditional IRA is the opposite. So you get a tax break on the money now. You don't have to pay taxes on it now, but later down the line when you pull it out, you pay taxes on it. Now, which one's better? It really depends. So if you are someone who anticipates that you'll be earning more money later, let's say you are working in a corporate field, let's say a consultant, right? You are making 60, 70 grand, let's say your first year because you just started, and you anticipate that you'll continue to grow in that position and you'll reach the manager, partner, director, whatever level, and you'll be making a lot more money later, 59, 60, whenever, which is when you're allowed to begin to take that money out of the IRA. You probably do want to invest in an IRA, a Roth IRA, because it's better for you because you pay taxes on that money now when you're in a lower tax bracket, but later when you pull that money out, when you're in a much higher tax bracket, you're not paying the taxes of being in that higher tax bracket. The reverse of that would be, let's say, a teacher, right? Let's say you are a 40-year-old teacher, let's say, and you are in the prime of your career. You're making the best money that you've ever made, and you anticipate that you want to retire by 60 and transition into maybe a substitute role, and you're working a lot less hours. It would be better for you to invest in a traditional IRA, because if you did the Roth, you'd be paying higher taxes now. But you're anticipating that later when you retire or when you transition to that substitute position at 60 years old, you'll be working less, so you'll be thus in a lower tax bracket, and you'll be paying less taxes on that money. So the difference is really whether you anticipate you'll be making more later, so Roth IRA is better for you, or you anticipate that you'll be making less later, so a traditional IRA would be better for you. So it depends on your circumstances. I would say for most people, probably I would think the Roth IRA is better, because normally as you get older, you tend to earn more. For most people, that's not everybody. But there also are a few things that you have to know about each of these. So first, I'll start with the Roth IRA. There is a limit, so you can only invest, as of right now in 2020, you can invest up to $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA. You cannot invest more than that unless you are 50 or older. If you are 50 or older, you can invest up to $7,000 a year because you are closer to retirement. Now, there are income limits. So with a Roth IRA, if you file as single, you can invest in it if you make up to $139,000. But if you make $200,000 and you file a single, you will not be able to invest in a Roth IRA. So the limit is $139,000. Now, if you file as a married couple, then that limit is extended, so you can invest in it up to $206,000 a year. So if you make $206,000 a year or less, you can invest in a Roth IRA if you were filing as a married couple. For a traditional IRA, there is no income limit, so you can invest in a traditional IRA regardless of how much money you make. Now, the great thing about both a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is that when you invest that money into either of them, you can then invest it into stocks, bonds, mutual funds, things of that nature, CDs, whatever you like, which is great because then it allows your money to grow significantly. And how do you open one? Well, most people open one using a brokerage account. So if you ever heard of Fidelity, Vanguard, M1, things like that, I tend to recommend Fidelity and Vanguard. They're pretty easy to use, have low fees, but of course always do your own research, because Each of the different brokerage platforms have their pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages. So see what you like to do, how you plan to invest it, and then make an informed decision based on that. Another form of an IRA is the SEP IRA, and this is targeted towards people who are freelancers, who are self-employed, who own a business, and this is great for them because you have greater limits to how much you can invest in. So for the SEP IRA, the limit is either 25% of your compensation or $57,000, whichever is the lesser of the two. So that's a great option, and this is tax deductible. So if you make $100,000 and you invest $20,000, you're only going to be taxed on $80,000, and then of course you'll pay the tax later when you pull it out. So that's a great option to know about. Now, of course, with any investment, you don't want to withdraw that money either from a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. Before 59 and a half, that's when you can begin to withdraw that money without a penalty. If you withdraw before that age, then you have to pay taxes on that. Like, it will be taxed as gross income, and then on top of that, you'll have to pay a 10% penalty. So of course, nobody really recommends that. There's no point in investing if you're going to take it out. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to make a quick video explaining traditional IRA, Roth IRA. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be sure to answer them. Any comments, questions, likes, subscribe as always. Thanks for watching. See you.